We've got a great show for you this week, featuring two of Tamra's clients.
Yes. The first one is Todd Mills and his garage. That was a really interesting project for Tamra. Had some challenges there. Turned out beautifully. And Wayne D. Atlee. Wow, this was the urban oceanfront condo.
Condo, yeah.
Yeah. And Tamra just did a bang-up job mixing those styles, and it's beautiful.
Wayne loved it.
Yeah.
And we have a flashback.
Mm-hmm.
So sit back and enjoy the show.
I'm John Wayne D. Atlee, and we are here to look at my renovated condo on some work Closet Factory designed and installed for me. We laid out a laundry chute, some hampers, we laid out this funky little cabinet behind me, and we designed a closet area, well, for my clothing and for some racks for some suits and jackets.
Hi, I'm Tamra Lenz, Senior Designer and Space Planner with Closet Factory. I'm here to visit John Wayne D. Atlee. I designed some spaces for him a couple of years ago, and I'm here to follow up and see how everything's working for him. One of the other reasons I love coming here is because of his incredible door knocker. So you'll get to hear it in just a moment. So I'm going to knock on the door and see how John Wayne D. Atlee's doing.
Hey there!
Hey! Coolest door knocker ever.
How you doing?
So nice to
Good to
see
see
you. Place looks great.
Thanks.
It really does.
Well, welcome again.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I can't wait to see how you've been using everything.
Well, come on.
Let's
take
start
a
back
walk.
here? Sure, let's do
There we
it.
go.
I love it.
So you remember when you helped design these things that the hamper works out perfectly too. So I've got enough space in these hampers here to put different colors of clothes, the little guy, myself, towels, some supplies, and no door. So it works perfectly for me.
It's perfect. Yeah. In a small space like this, you don't want doors opening and closing. I like
door
it.
guy anyways.
And the fabric is working well for you?
Yeah, it goes well with the floor, it goes well with the trim, and you know, like I said, anybody that's ever come to my house always asks the same thing. Who designed this?
I need to give you another stack of my cards.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
very good.
Works out perfectly for me.
Okay, well, let's go check out the bedroom.
Wonderful. You leave.
So, how is this cabinet working out for you?
Well, it's like when we designed it, and if you remember the last time, this was going to be laid out for the medals and plaques and things that I got when I was in the Sarajevo Olympics in 1984. Gives me a chance to reminisce the old days and how things used to be, and so it worked out really great. I mean, I got the top shelf in for the framework from the Sarajevo. I got the torch, got medals on one shelf, and some pictures of old teammates on another shelf with some other binders and books in the cabinet. So I think it's wonderful. Of course, when people come over, they stop here and typically don't leave for a while. I want to get real nosy and personal.
So when you moved in, obviously this little alcove was here. What did you originally envision might end up going here?
I think the idea was always going to be some shelf. Actually, if you really want to know the real vision, I really wanted all of this to be glass where I'm looking at my shower and I can actually see the Chesapeake Bay, but I thought that was probably maybe, the privacy probably wasn't there, so the secondary thought was probably put a cool looking little enclave of shelving here to, and my family always thought it would be best to kind of show off things of accomplishments, especially the accomplishment of the '84 Olympics. So that's why we chose this kind of look.
Well, your license plate says it all, for Olympian. That's pretty cool. So the cabinetry here, this is just shelving inside, so that's worked well for just regular storage.
Yeah, so inside we have little, I have some old binders in there, so I keep some files in there, but just loose leaf paper, things I need to get to rather quickly. So
Okay.
Things I want to show off, I'm going to put up on the shelf. So I like the shelving because I can adjust it back and forth based upon the height. So as you see, some are kind of higher than others, especially at the top side.
And the aluminum feet, that is such a nice touch. That looks great with the decor.
Yeah, it's interesting that when people come over, they think it's a piece of cabinet that was just slid in because of the feet, and they don't really realize it's kind of a custom fit. So, yeah, it surprises people.
It's part of the illusion.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
So,
it's how we intended it to be.
Yeah.
It's really nice. And it ties in great with your closet.
yeah.
Yeah, just they look so
Yeah.
good side by side. So let's look at the closet.
Okay.
Tell me about your closet.
Well, since you designed it, I'll tell you how I finished it. It works out great for me because I'm somewhat of a minimalist with clothes to begin with, being over here by the beach. So I get everything up nice and organized, by colors, by shirts, by suits. Shelf at the top works out great because I have like winter stuff in that corner. I can put boxes, extra stuff up in here. I got utility space down at the bottom. And then, of course, the closet drawers here worked out perfectly for me. Small stuff to large stuff. Again, I got them all organized by colors and by, t-shirts, board shorts, but I don't need dressers, so I have everything in here. So everything gets done right here into this room,
When we designed this, I was concerned about having these 3 drawers so tall because I didn't know how you were going to see into that top one. Tell me how that has worked for you.
Kind of a funny story. I keep jewelry, kind of special things in the top here. But last year I was in Florida and my car key got wet because I jumped in the pool accidentally. So I had to call my business partner and said, hey, listen, go get my car key. Where is it? Go to my condo, it's in the top drawer, you'll be able to find it really easy. He comes out, pops it open, sticks his hand in there, finds the car key, goes downstairs, FedEx it to my property in Florida, and I got my car back online.
Very nice.
Yeah. So anyway, I put special stuff up here and clothes at the bottom, and as you would say, what do I use it for? Just for those special occasions.
I couldn't be any happier than I am.
No, thanks again for everything.
Oh, thank you. This was great.
They did a great job, and people are just taken back by this place. I think my closet is the piece that when people come to this house, they always ask, where's my dresser, where's my furniture? And I say, I don't have any, but you can come into the bathroom where everything is, and it's all contained, and it's really a wow factor for them. If you have an imagination and some innovation, but you're not sure how to get there, and you have ideas in your head, I would definitely recommend them talking to Tamra about moving that idea from their head down onto paper, and then from paper into some rendering schematics. I think that's how it evolved. It evolved for me that way. We went from cut out paper from a magazine, we laid some things out on some designs, and then we threw it up, I want to say the big screen, because it was on a computer and with some rendering. So that's when it came to life. So that's how I would recommend it. People take your ideas out of your brain and get it up on the big screen.
More from the archives. Enjoy the Closet Factory Flashback.
We have a in-studio guest, which is cool. Tamra Lenz. How are you? Good morning.
I'm very well, thanks.
And you're with the Closet Factory in Hampton Roads.
I am.
Now, what are some of the items that you design in homes? Can you give us sort of a rundown?
We do closets, pantries, wall units for entertainment centers. I can do coat closets, I can do garages. I've done cat condos at a kennel in Virginia Beach so that people no longer board their cats in metal cages.
We're filming here today for you doing this interview.
Yes.
So you're sort of seeing what you, as a designer, not only are you designing a closet, but you have a life too. So what are you doing outside that design?
Oh gosh, do I have a life.
What are you doing later today?
I am having a paintball war in my backyard.
Love it.
My friends from church and then some other friends and kids' friends are all coming over, and we're going to have a paintball war. We're going to play capture the flag in the backyard, and they're actually going to film it for the show.
Nice. I like it. That's going to be fun. Well, it's been a great show. We're out of time. AM 1650 WHKT Portsmouth. Stay tuned. Another hour coming up.
Hi, I'm Tamra. Welcome to my home. Come on in. So I am a designer with Closet Factory. I've been with the company 12 years now. In addition to just having the best job in the world, I love it because it gives me all the flexibility I need to have a real life, which consists of being a wife, being a mom of 4. And with the 4 of them, 3 of them live at home right now, and there's just a lot going on around my house. We moved into this house 3 years ago from Virginia Beach. And when we moved in, we knew we wanted a house that had more space so that we could entertain, because we love having our friends over. So it was important to me when we moved here, though, that I had storage, because I was used to a lot of storage over in our other house, things that I had designed, and I missed those when I moved in. So I wanted to recreate some of that here in the new house. Plenty of space to work with. I will tell you, designing for myself is much harder than designing for a client. And I grueled over the process, but eventually got it all together. Love everything I've done. So I would love to share it with you. Come on, I'll show you around. So welcome to my den. When we moved in, this was just a wall with windows. And I knew it lent itself perfectly to some type of a bookcase arrangement. I also am a big fan of window seats, so I wanted to do something under the window that provided a little extra seating in case we needed it. We had about 40 people over here around Christmas time, and this was a perfect place for people to sit. So it's worked really well for us. What I did was create bookcases, and an interesting fact about this, because at Closet Factory, there are many checks and balances to any design that goes through. So Jeff, our owner, really does process every design that gets submitted, and he processed mine. We've done crown molding, we did dental around the top as a trim because that was also around my fireplace mantle. So I wanted to tie it all in. I liked this particular countertop because it's more of a marble look, so you see the black running through it. And I also needed a ton of storage. So I've got 6 drawers here. They are the full extension drawers, and we had to route around vents that came out of the floor. So we did a little bit of that. That came through the baseboard, and it's now the focal point of the room. I absolutely love this space, and it allowed me to store all of the books that I didn't want to part with, and then family pictures and things like that. So it's really just a beautiful piece. I love it, and I get a lot of compliments on it. So that's my den bookcase, and we'll go on upstairs and I'll show you another piece I designed. So, welcome to my bedroom. If this looks vaguely familiar, it's because my den unit is directly beneath this unit here. This wall lent itself perfectly to being our new dresser, and I love the way that it turned out. So we have split the unit in half. I've got one set of cabinet doors. He has the other, and then we each have 6 drawers here. The drawers, as you know about Closet Factory products, they're 100% full extension. And we love it so much that we're actually as one of our future projects, because just like my customers, I have a list of projects that I want to accomplish, and just like my customers, they are not free, so I pay for them too, and I have to wait for my installation dates just like my clients do. But we have other projects we want to do. We want to have another one of these here in the bedroom. That'll be a different type of storage solution. And I'm probably going to do a unit in my office downstairs and a unit in our laundry room. And I'm really glad that you've gotten to see what I have designed for myself. So now you have seen my bedroom piece, and it looks like the timing is perfect because the paintball team has arrived. So, time to get suited up. You've seen the professional side of me. Now you're going to see the side of me that doesn't mind getting down and dirty and having some fun. So, I'll catch you in a few minutes and you will see some action.
Todd Mills, and I am standing here in the garage designed by Closet Factory. I lived in the home for about 2.5 to 3 years before I contacted the Closet Factory to come in, because it took me about that long to really understand what my requirements in this garage were going to be and how I was going to live in this home and what I would need versus what I didn't and how I wanted to make use of this space. And to be able to come in and build the things, the cabinets and the countertop in this garage that they put in has really just simplified and streamlined things, but I haven't lost any space, which was important to me in the design and project build out.
Hi, I am Tamra with Closet Factory. I'm a senior designer, and I'm here today for a follow-up appointment with my friend Todd Mills. I've done several projects in his house, and today I'm checking out his garage and to see how it's been working for him the last probably year or so. So follow me on in and we'll go take a look. Hey there.
Come on in.
Certainly. I knew it was going to look awesome.
It really turned out well. I was very pleased with the work that was done, and then at the end how it all came together, got everything nice and organized the way I wanted it. So from this time we really started planning and laying things out to the completion and getting everything finally the way that we sort of had envisioned it when we talked on our first meeting. It's been really exciting, and I'm very pleased with the results.
I've shown your pictures of this garage to more people than you could even imagine. Because I took my before pictures and then I took the pictures when we originally installed it. And I just keep showing people your garage, and it has inspired so many projects.
Good, and I think one of the things that makes this space unique was the fact we worked with a single car garage. So from the start, space was really limited in here anyway. There wasn't a lot to work with that you might be accustomed to in a larger garage space. So it forced us to be creative in the planning process and lay this out very carefully to maximize the use of the space that we have.
Yes, we did.
And still be able to fit things like the car in the garage and that sort of thing. So from that perspective, working with such a small space to begin with, I think it really came together nicely. And the exceptions to some of the things that had to be taken into account, like the cutout for the water meter and getting this countertop laid in here correctly, working the cabinets around some of the utilities, and then the lighting, and going basically all the way up to the ceiling to make effective use of the space in here with the high ceiling.
And one thing we were able to do is we came back after we filmed the other show and we added this drawer.
Yes, so as you recall, when we finished this initially, I contacted you because as I studied this particular space on the end of the counter, you know, we had this gap that between the top of the refrigerator and the base of the countertop that really I felt needed something, and that we could fill that space and take advantage of that 3 to 4 inches that was just empty at the time.
So it's in there.
And so putting this shallow drawer in here was a good addition after the project was finished to come back and take advantage of that space that was there and give that little extra storage capacity for small things. And then stepping back away from it, it kind of even things out with the countertop space and the cabinets, because you didn't now have this void here that we had previously. So coming back and doing that was really a good addition to the final project and a good finishing touch. And then, as I mentioned earlier, being able to go all the way up, and as you can see when we went to the ceiling with the cabinets as we planned it, I mean, I've got storage space up there that I really consider surge storage at this point. And so that was a nice feature of the design plan that we came up with, and we sat down and talked through this. And it's been nice knowing I've got that extra capacity in the event that I need it. We don't have any wasted space.
What about the lower cabinet?
The lower cabinets have been nice because of the depth that they have with respect to the higher cabinets, and they're a little bit off the floor. They're easy to get to for things that you use routinely. And I like having the ability to put things down there that I use on a regular basis and have them very easy to get to and get in and out.
What about the bike storage? Because you've got the bike hanging now in front of your drawers.
I do. So the bike storage is kind of a seasonal thing, really. So as the warmer months and the spring draws on now, I usually keep the bike down off the wall, and I've got plenty of room up front, even with the vehicle in here, to maneuver around the front space of the garage.
Great.
And get to the drawers and get to the toolbox. In the winter months, when I'm out here less, I can put the bike up as it's shown now, and it's out of the way, and I don't have to really worry about it. It's tucked away, and it's not inconvenient, and I still have the space to come out here and get to what I need to at times in the garage throughout the winter months.
How about the task lighting?
Task lighting has been good for a variety of reasons. First, I like the task lighting because when I am out here working, the overhead lights that were installed in the garage just didn't provide enough light on whatever project or whatever I was working on here at the countertop. The task lighting underneath the cabinets over the counter has been beneficial to me because I just have that much more light. The LED lights just seem to clear things up, make it easier to see. They're bright, and I can work out here on things that I'm doing without light being the issue.
Great. Well, you had a very clear vision of what you wanted out here. And even with these, the cabinet down on the far right, that is your cabinet for your washing supplies for your car.
All of these cabinets that we designed with the width and the depth are ideal for storage of the yard tools, some of the yard equipment.
That is a huge shovel.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of snow this past year too, so
wow.
that shovel came in handy.
I'm sure it did.
So all in all, I'm really pleased with how things ended up out here in the garage with everything that was done, and then coming back and adding the additional drawer to the counter that we talked about. This has been a project that was well worth the time and energy spent to plan it and get it done.
You're a great client.
Well, thank you very much, and you're a great designer.
Oh, you are the sweetest.
Because this is a single car garage without a lot of room to start with, just based on the construction of the home, I felt it was important to try to make that space as usable as I could. And so when Tamra came in to help me with the design, I had a pretty good idea at that point in my mind's eye what I wanted to have done. And so the design we came up with such a limited space to work with in the beginning, I really feel accomplished that. I absolutely would recommend Closet Factory. Ultimately, they came in, built out what we had talked about with respect to their project with good quality materials. I've been pleased with all three projects that they've done for me.